不会倒啦，我在后面扶着、啊。
不要放在嘴巴上。
真气，好烧。
等一下，我要放眼镜，我要吃香蕉了。
啊
The usual.
Yeah.
The usual.
The hair.
备战。喂，王轩呢
？Next, Alva's going to try and save his mid lane, who has to flash away. The damage goes down onto Doggo and Drive, and you can see what the Ricochet can do here. Junju goes in with the Crescent Guard, looking for Honku here. Has that Emperor's Divide. Equalizer back down. Jojo going back in. Alvo knocks Honku back, and he just delivers them! Here you go, CFO!
当下的状况，其实我看到牛头有闪，然后我也看到希维尔开盾了嘛，就是没有盾，然后我就牛头那波要 Q 闪我，然后把我顶回去，然后我觉得，然后我有看到这边就大招都用光了吧，我觉得那波是个很好的机会，就是我觉得他把我顶进去，然后我可以推这样子，就有一点预想到他要怎么做，然后表情就有一点顺其自然嘛，就是操作前一波都会先亮一下，主要是那波被吸吸的，好像也没有东西可以按。就只好先按个表情。
因为我睡了一个我觉得还不错的觉吧，然后脑子变得很清醒，然后身体也多了蛮多的体力了吧，就是会觉得打到后面我只会越来越有精神，对，然后手感会越来越热。
The beginning of the fight, obviously going pretty heavily in the favor of Mkoi, putting a lot of damage down there on a Junja, but then a great ulti here from Kaiwing forces out the flash, and this is when Honku says, you know what, I'm going to punish. Supa walks back in, they go with the Realm Warp, this is where the gold card is going to interrupt here.
不知道，有时候要看队友的时候很难再看到自己身上，因为我不像 Faker 那么厉害，可以一直切视角，就我会想一直看队友，然后没有注意到跟我对的人在干嘛。对，我觉得这个是我可以做得好一点的部分。
Jupkin will land the stun across the wall, but Junja's already onto the wall, it's the back line. Driver's taken no damage as of yet. Mirin trying to dance around. Honku goes very deep though, but there's the Stand United, there's the shield, there's the Samaps! The angel on his shoulder keeps him alive.
我觉得他们的打法非常的慢吧，就是我觉得他们物件会一直给，然后就对面中路啾啾片也很喜欢在边线控线，就可能20-30分钟后也是会一直控着线玩这样子，他们队伍风格应该是这样。
But what can he do against all of CFO? One game away from glory here for Apex CFO.
第二把赢下的时候20，那当下我也跟选手说，就是要认真听我讲的话，就是重点就是你 BO5你只赢2把，你不会赢下比赛。因为其实我们也看过很多队伍赢下2把，然后后面被追3把嘛。那你只要心态一飘了，你就还是会输掉比赛。
And that's as we see how CFO have dominated the last 2 games. The question in your head.
One of the guys that can, like, he can play everything, right? So I would be almost most scared. There it is, finally.
It's the best counter.
This to me, I play a lot of Yorick. This matchup.
Rest forced back once again. Yorick does have a few innate tools for sustain. Last right giving you a bit of health back as Jojo to burn the flash, which I think is really what Mkoi were looking for there, just trying to even out that summoner spell disadvantage. Honku flashes in though, and Jojo's dead again!
我觉得第3把比较有印象吧，就是虽然我被他技能丢到有点多，但是我是有药的，我就能补起来，然后他有一点乱丢技能，然后玩到自己没魔，就导致我抓到他的机会，然后可以单杀这样子。
As he looks to join the frame, Irwin's in the mid lane. CFO trying to get in, but it's secured by Alioya. Alvaro dashes onto the back line. Kaiwing already down, and I think that will be all for the fight. Mkoi managed to secure the objective. The Weaver's wall coming out, though. Alioya has other ideas as he dashes in onto Honku. Magnetstorm on Honku means that he can't escape.
主要是第3把前，就第2把快打完的时候，我有跟 Rest 聊嘛，然后车长下来，我也是有跟他们2个上路聊。轮替通常我就是会跟2个上路先聊一下剩下的角色啊，我们会怎么 BP， 2个人上会怎么 BP。那当时世杰也说，就是他 Rest 也说他很有自信，他也想要上去表现一下。那我其实是一直都很想让选手去表现。那比较可惜的是第3把对面出大招了，因为其实 打 Mad 一直以来 Mad 都是很多奇招的一个队伍，对他们来说，对上他们来说 BP 真的不简单。那刚好就 Rest 上的时候，对面出大招，所以我觉得就不关 Rest 的问题，就是我们整队应该说也不是我们哪里没做好，就是对面开大招了，那我们就输了一把。这个在比赛也是蛮常见的，不一定是要你打得不好啊，或者是你那里没做好，有时候就是对面做的比你好。
Into that Cassante, Smolder being hovered by CFO, but they will go instead towards the
Fresh
Aphelios.
Aphelios, wow.
Okay.
因为3、4、5把通常都是选组合，然后对面先选一个组合，我们只需要考虑我们有没有3组组合去打，然后刚好他都 ban 到一些奇怪的东西吧，好像是，然后就选出我自己比较擅长也很熟悉的对局。
Safety of his tower there. Astral Blight forward from Jojo, trying to get onto Hongq, gets the knock-up. Alioya down to half HP though. Junja dashes back in onto Super Alpha with a hostile takeover. Is going to land it, but not onto Doggo, and that's the key target. Mirwin with the dominance, looking for the flank position, but he can't find it, so MKOI have to disengage. Hongq still chasing and can't quite get the damage.
我觉得他们打得很慢吧，他们不太会主动出击，对他们比较擅长打那种防守反击之类的。因为我觉得他们今天主动出击的时候，他们打的都算比较差一点，就队友比较多吧。但他们打反手反击的时候，我们送头机高很多，觉得他们是一个反手蛮强的队伍。
Still just waiting for Alioya. The Nexus Tower, they can't clear the minions quickly enough, so it's going to fall. All out comes out. There's the falling star, hostile takeover.
我们第一波在推的时候是有小李，但是第二波发现我们是可以不用管他，因为他站得太远，就我们赶快，我们抱在一起也会赢吧，就是我们5打5都也会赢，因为飞爱太远。
Reset, Junja going in, Falling Star coming out as they dive onto Doggo, but he cleanses and flashes, and now he's barking! Doggo with the chase in, CFO cleaning up the fight, the Nexus in their eyes, after 13 years of hurt, the light of the LCP shines bright as they claim a best of 5 against a major region.
对大家应该是睽违已久，但是其实对我来说很没有那种实体感，因为我不是从以前就是非常热衷比赛的人，就是我只是非常喜欢游戏，然后去打职业，所以我对以前没有什么特别大的印象。但是近几年确实比较低潮吧，所以我希望我们 CFO 能继续表现好我们的比赛。
觉得很有荣幸吧，就是为自己赛区然后创造历史，就这样，就第一次赢下 BO5，然后也特别的开心。也很谢谢支持我们的粉丝，这样子。
主要就是觉得大家很可怜，等了很久。就是之前我们从 S2 到现在嘛，那只能说当时的我们不争气。那之前我也讲过嘛，就是我当教练就是要让选手就是去办到之前我们没办到的东西。那我觉得今天我们做到了。打 AL 要提醒的东西。就是他比是我之前的教练嘛，那我们其实，在国际赛见面的时候都是会打招呼，然后像这次就是有打招呼啊，然后聊聊天，那其实大家关系都还不错，主要就是想要赢下他比，然后因为他们 AL 是超级强的队伍嘛，那我们其实如果能赢下，就会证明我们的努力都是非常值得的。
我只能说啊，现在真是父权的时刻呢。